What if I told you that the difference between those who quit and those who change the world is not talent, luck, or power, but patience? In a world that demands instant results, patience is the quiet force that builds unstoppable success. We live in an age of speed, fast results, fast fame, fast rewards, but history tells a different story. Every lasting success, every meaningful achievement, and every life that truly made an impact was shaped by patience. Patience is not waiting idly, it is working faithfully while trusting that progress is unfolding even when the evidence is invisible. Patience is not simply the act of waiting, it is the quiet strength that forms when you choose to stand firm while the world urges you to rush. When results are slow and progress feels invisible, patience becomes a test of character. In these moments, it asks you to trust your effort even when there is no immediate reward, to believe in your direction even when the path ahead looks uncertain. This is where true inner strength begins to take shape, not in comfort, but in commitment. When everything comes easily, strength has no reason to grow. It is during long stretches of effort without recognition that patience starts to build resilience. Each day you continue despite doubt, fatigue, or frustration, you are training your mind to endure. You learn how to manage disappointment without letting it harden your heart. You learn how to control your emotions instead of allowing them to control you. That emotional discipline becomes a powerful foundation, one that prepares you not only for success, but for the responsibility that comes with it. Patience also teaches you how to remain steady under pressure. Life will test you with delays, setbacks, and unanswered questions. In those moments, impatience pushes people to quit, to take shortcuts, or to compromise their values. Patience, however, keeps you grounded. It gives you the ability to pause, reflect, and respond with wisdom rather than impulse. Over time, this steady approach builds confidence. You begin to trust yourself more, knowing that you can survive uncertainty without falling apart. Inner strength is not loud or aggressive, it is calm and controlled. Patience helps you develop that calmness. It allows you to face challenges without panic and obstacles without fear. When you stop demanding instant results, you free yourself from constant anxiety. You understand that growth is happening beneath the surface, even if you cannot yet see it. This belief gives you peace in the middle of the struggle and clarity in moments of confusion. Perhaps most importantly, patience shifts your relationship with difficulty. Instead of seeing obstacles as enemies, you begin to see them as teachers. Waiting seasons become opportunities to learn, to refine your skills, and to strengthen your mindset. Each delay stretches your endurance, each challenge sharpens your focus, and each moment of uncertainty deepens your faith in yourself. Slowly, without realizing it, you become stronger than the circumstances you once feared. In the end, patience transforms you before it transforms your situation. The obstacle may still be there, but you are no longer the same person facing it. You are wiser, steadier, and more resilient. And that is the true power of patience. It builds an inner strength so solid that no delay, no setback, and no challenge can shake it. Progress rarely arrives with noise or celebration. Most of the time, it unfolds quietly, almost invisibly, in moments that seem ordinary and easy to overlook. While the world often celebrates instant success and dramatic breakthroughs, real growth happens in silence. Early mornings, late nights, repeated efforts, and unseen discipline. Patience allows you to continue showing up during these quiet moments, even when no one is watching and no one is applauding. In the early stages of any meaningful journey, there is often little evidence that your efforts are working. You may feel stuck, unnoticed, or even behind. This is where many people lose faith, not because they lack ability, but because they mistake silence for failure. Patience teaches you to understand that silence is not absence of progress. It is proof that progress is happening beneath the surface. Just like roots grow underground before a tree ever breaks through the soil, your effort is building a foundation long before results become visible. Quiet progress demands consistency. Day after day, you commit to small actions that seem insignificant on their own. Reading one more page, practicing one more hour, improving one small habit, none of these feel life-changing in the moment. Yet patience helps you trust that these small, repeated actions are compounding. Over time, they create a strength and skill set that cannot be rushed or faked. What looks like slow movement is actually steady advancement. Patience also protects you from seeking validation too early. When applause is absent, you are forced to rely on your inner drive rather than external praise. This builds self-belief and discipline. You learn to measure success not by recognition, but by progress. You begin to value effort over attention and growth over approval. This inner alignment keeps you focused even when others doubt your path or overlook your work entirely. There comes a moment, often unexpected, when quiet progress becomes visible momentum. What once felt slow suddenly feels unstoppable. People start noticing results without seeing the years of effort behind them. They call it overnight success, unaware of the countless silent days that made it possible. Patience is what carried you through those unseen chapters when quitting would have been easier than continuing. Quiet progress also teaches humility. It reminds you that success is not about proving something to others, but about becoming something greater for yourself. When you grow in silence, you develop depth, wisdom, and confidence that don't depend on praise. You become grounded, knowing that your strength was built in moments no one applauded. In the end, patience gives meaning to progress. It teaches you to honor the journey, not just the destination. By trusting the quiet work, you allow momentum to form naturally and powerfully. And when success finally speaks, it speaks with authority because it was earned in silence. Starting something is easy. The excitement is high, motivation is fresh, and belief feels effortless in the beginning. But the true test does not come at the start. It comes in the middle, when progress slows, obstacles appear, and the initial enthusiasm fades. This is where patience quietly separates visionaries from quitters. Visionaries understand that a dream is not achieved through bursts of inspiration, but through long-term commitment to a process that often feels uncomfortable and unrewarding. Quitters are not weak, they are simply unwilling to wait. They expect results to arrive on their timeline, and when reality moves slower, doubt creeps in. Rejection feels personal, delays feel like failure, discomfort feels like a sign to stop. Patience, however, changes how these challenges are interpreted. It allows visionaries to see rejection as redirection, delay as development, and discomfort as evidence of growth. Instead of walking away, they lean in. Patience gives visionaries the ability to endure what others avoid. Long hours, repeated failures, criticism, and uncertainty are part of every meaningful journey. Without patience, these experiences feel unbearable. With patience, they become training grounds. Each difficult moment strengthens endurance and sharpens focus. Visionaries do not rush the process, they respect it. They understand that anything worth building requires time, refinement, and persistence. There's also a deep mental shift that patience creates. It moves a person from outcome obsession to process dedication. Quitters fixate on results and become discouraged when those results are slow to appear. Visionaries stay committed to the work itself. They show up even when progress is not visible, trusting that consistency will eventually produce clarity and success. This mindset is powerful because it removes the pressure of immediate success and replaces it with sustainable effort. Patience is the bridge between vision and reality because it carries the dream across the gap of time. A vision without patience remains a fantasy. It lives in the imagination but never materializes in the real world. Patience turns intention into action, and action into habit. Over time, those habits compound, transforming ideas into achievements. While others stop midway, visionaries keep walking, step by step, across that bridge. What often looks like talent or luck from the outside is usually patience in disguise. People admire the destination, but overlook the years of persistence it took to get there. The truth is, many could reach the same heights if they were willing to wait, endure, and continue when progress feels slow. Patience is not about moving slowly, it is about refusing to stop. In the end, the difference between those who dream and those who achieve is not intelligence, resources, or opportunity, it is patience. Visionaries finish what they start because they understand that greatness is not rushed, it is built, tested, and earned over time. Failure is often misunderstood as an ending, a sign that something has gone wrong or that you are not capable enough to succeed. In reality, failure is rarely a final verdict. More often, it's a form of preparation disguised as disappointment. What feels like delay, rejection, or loss is usually life refining you, strengthening you, and equipping you for what lies ahead. Patience allows you to see failure not as an enemy, but as a necessary teacher. When setbacks occur, the natural reaction is frustration. You question your direction, your abilities, and sometimes even your purpose. Impatience makes these moments feel unbearable, pushing people to quit or settle for less. Patience, however, creates space for reflection. It gives you the ability to pause and learn instead of reacting emotionally. In that pause, you begin to see what the failure is trying to teach you, what needs improvement, what no longer fits, and what must change before you can move forward. Every closed door serves a purpose. Some doors close to protect you from paths that would limit your growth. Others close to redirect you toward opportunities better aligned with your true potential. Without patience, these closed doors feel cruel and unfair. With patience, they become guidance. You realize that not everything you wanted was meant to last, and not every rejection was meant to stop you. Many were meant to prepare you. Failure also sharpens wisdom in ways success never can. Success can make you comfortable, but failure forces you to think deeper, adapt faster, and grow stronger. It teaches humility, resilience, and problem solving. Each mistake becomes a lesson. Each setback adds experience. Over time, these lessons shape your judgment, making you wiser and more capable of handling bigger responsibilities. Patience allows these lessons to fully form rather than rushing past them. What truly transforms failure into preparation is your response to it. If you rush to escape discomfort, you miss the growth hidden inside it. Patience helps you stay present during the struggle, to extract value from the pain instead of being broken by it. You begin to understand that development often feels like delay because growth happens internally before it becomes visible externally. Purpose becomes clearer through patience as well. Many people discover their true direction only after facing repeated setbacks. Those moments strip away illusions and force honesty. They reveal what truly matters and what does not. With patience, you learn to trust that your journey is unfolding exactly as it should, even when it doesn't make sense in the moment. In the end, failure does not defeat you unless you allow impatience to define it. With patience, failure becomes preparation, shaping your character, strengthening your resolve, and aligning you with a purpose greater than immediate success. What once felt like loss becomes the foundation for something far greater. In a world that constantly pressures you to move faster, patience becomes a powerful act of alignment. When you rush, decisions are often driven by fear, comparison, or the desire for quick approval. That urgency can push you toward shortcuts, choices that promise immediate results but slowly pull you away from your true values. Patience, on the other hand, slows you down just enough to listen to your inner compass. It keeps you grounded in who you are and why you started, even when the temptation to compromise feels strong. Shortcuts may appear attractive, especially when progress feels slow or others seem to be moving ahead. But shortcuts often demand a price that is paid later in regret. They can cost integrity, self-respect, and long-term fulfillment. Patience protects you from that cost. It allows you to build success the right way, step by step, without sacrificing your principles. When you are patient, you choose what is right over what is fast, and that choice keeps your purpose intact. Patience also creates clarity. When you are not rushing, you have time to reflect on your decisions and their long-term impact. You begin to see that purpose is not just about reaching a destination, but about how you travel the road. Every patient decision reinforces your commitment to your mission. You stop chasing every opportunity and start choosing the ones that truly align with your values. This discernment is essential for meaningful success. Integrity is strengthened through patience. It takes patience to remain honest when dishonesty might bring faster rewards. It takes patience to do the work thoroughly when cutting corners would be easier. Over time, these patient choices build a reputation you can stand on. You become someone others trust, and more importantly, someone you can respect. That internal alignment creates confidence that no external validation can replace. When success finally arrives, patience ensures you are prepared for it. Success achieved too quickly can overwhelm a person, leading to arrogance, poor judgment, or loss of direction. Patience shapes humility by reminding you of the journey, the struggles, and the lessons learned along the way. You understand that success is not entitlement, but responsibility. You carry it with gratitude, knowing how much effort it required to earn. Patience also deepens your sense of service. When you stay aligned with purpose, success is no longer just about personal gain. It becomes an opportunity to contribute, to lead, and to uplift others. Because you did not rush, you developed wisdom along with achievement. You know how to handle pressure, how to stay grounded, and how to use influence responsibly. In the end, patience is what keeps success meaningful. It ensures that when you reach your goals, you recognize them not as a finish line, but as a platform built on values, integrity, and long-term vision. By refusing to rush, you stay true to your purpose, and that alignment is what makes success truly lasting. Lasting success is rarely the result of speed. While fast success may look impressive at first, it often lacks the foundation needed to survive pressure, change, and time. When achievements come too quickly, they're fragile, easily shaken by obstacles or setbacks. Patience, however, creates depth. It allows success to grow slowly, strengthened by experience, discipline, and consistent effort. What is built patiently is built to last. Patient success endures because it is rooted in mastery. When you take the long road, you are not just chasing results, you are developing skills, understanding systems, and learning how to adapt. Every step forward teaches you something new. Every mistake becomes a lesson. Over time, this continuous learning shapes competence and confidence that cannot be rushed. When challenges arise, you were prepared, not because you were lucky, but because you were trained by the process. Fast success often depends on external factors, timing, trends, or sudden attention. When those factors change, the success disappears just as quickly as it arrived. Patient success depends on internal growth. It is driven by discipline, consistency, and resilience. These qualities remain with you no matter the circumstances. They allow you to rebuild, improve, and evolve. That is why patient success is not temporary, it is repeatable.
Committing to the long road builds emotional strength. You learn how to handle frustration, uncertainty, and delay without losing focus. This emotional maturity is essential for sustaining achievement. Many people reach success but are not ready to handle its pressure. They burn out, lose direction, or self-sabotage. Patience prepares you mentally and emotionally, ensuring that when success comes, it enhances your life instead of overwhelming it. There is also a deep sense of fulfillment that comes from earned greatness. When you know you worked consistently, sacrificed comfort, and stayed committed through slow seasons, success feels meaningful. It's not something you fear losing overnight because you know how to create it again. That confidence becomes a powerful source of stability. You are no longer chasing validation, you are standing in self-belief. Patient success also earns respect. People may admire quick wins, but they trust and follow those who have proven themselves over time. Longevity builds credibility. It shows that your success is not a coincidence, but a result of character and commitment. This respect opens doors that luck never can, creating opportunities that continue long after the initial achievement. In the end, patience transforms success from a moment to a legacy. Fast success fades because it is shallow. Patient success endures because it is deep. When you choose the long road, you are choosing strength over speed, growth over shortcuts, and purpose over applause. That's how greatness is truly earned and why it lasts. So remember this. Patience is not weakness, it is quiet courage. It is faith in your effort, confidence in your journey, and belief in your future. Stay patient, stay committed, because the seeds you are planting today will rise tomorrow, and when they do, they will change everything.